It's Tuesday, February 4th, and this is your Stock Market Daily News Podcast, keeping you informed in under 2.5 minutes. Yesterday's market session saw all three major U.S. indexes fighting for direction after a turbulent weekend in the crypto space. The S&P 500 finished modestly higher, the Dow Jones eked out gains, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq bounced back from Friday's weakness. The biggest story, a resilience test for Bitcoin and crypto stocks, with crypto volatility sparking both pain and opportunity for investors. Let's break down the most actionable stories from Monday's session and what they mean for your portfolio. First up, major cryptocurrencies and crypto-linked stocks rallied after a brutal sell-off over the weekend. Bitcoin climbed back to just under $79,000, recovering from lows near $74,000 as risk sentiment steadied. Ether and Solana led a broader market rebound, each posting gains between 3 and 6% in 24 hours. Still, most top crypto names remained sharply down on the week, reminding investors just how fast sentiment can reverse in volatile markets. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest made headlines by buying the crypto dip, snapping up more than $70 million in crypto-related equities across its funds. Big moves included $32 million in Robinhood shares, $15 million in CoreWeave, and nearly $10 million in Circle. ARK's strategy? Leaning into equity weakness, betting on long-term adoption despite short-term volatility. For investors, it's a classic lesson. Institutional players often see big sell-offs as buying opportunities, not panic triggers. Meanwhile, German retail banking took a leap into mainstream crypto investing. ING Deutschland, the country's largest bank, now lets customers buy Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana exchange-traded products right from their brokerage accounts. This streamlines access for everyday investors and reflects rising retail demand for digital assets in Europe, where crypto adoption grew to 9% last year according to Deutsche Bank. It's a signal that regulatory acceptance and easy access could become a global trend. Turning to global equities, Asian markets staged their strongest comeback in 2 months, with the MSCI Asia-Pacific Index jumping 2.4% and South Korea's main stock index surging over 5%. The catalyst? A stabilizing gold price and a halt in the risk-off sell-off that spooked investors last week. As U.S. tech stocks bounced in after-hours trading, market watchers remain fixated on Federal Reserve policy signals for what's next. On the economic front, U.S. markets stayed cautious heading into another big week for earnings and Fed commentary. Early signs of a more hawkish Fed stance put some pressure on high-growth stocks. For now, investors remain on watch for inflation data and fresh guidance from central bankers that could set the tone for the rest of February. Quick recap. The S&P 500 closed slightly higher, Dow Jones added modest gains, and the Nasdaq recovered from Friday's losses. Themes to watch: crypto volatility, institutional trading strategies, and banks blurring the lines between traditional finance and digital assets. Looking ahead, keep your eyes on this week's upcoming earnings season and key Fed remarks, which could shape market momentum for the weeks to come. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for your daily dose of market insight. See you tomorrow.